That's too real. Grapevine,
Hello.
mango, peaches, and lime. Sweet life.
Hi, guys.
Sweet life, sweet life.
Okay, let's wait
Sweet
for
life,
the other
sweet life.
students.
Sweet,
I
sweet,
want to
sweet,
see
sweet
who's
life.
online and who's here in the live stream already.
Sweet life,
Hi.
sweet life, sweet life. You had a landscape.
Okay, let me turn this music down for a bit. All right, waiting for my year 10 students from Serpong. Where are you? Say hi in the comments so I can see that you're here. Hello. Oh, Gifari is here. Hi, Ruben. Okay, let's wait for the first 2-3 minutes or so until everyone is here. Hi. So all the year 10 students from Cikal Serpong and Cikal Satu is going to be here. And today we're going to talk about, oh, thank you, Asfar. Hi, Pahasto. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the optics of political cartoons. This is the topic that the year 10 in Sekolah Cikal currently is learning. And we're going to talk about this. Hi. Hi, everyone. Yay. Hi. Well, until it hits 3 minutes, then we'll start. I hope more of you is going to come while we wait. Can you also remind your friends, especially the year 10, the fellow year 10, to go to this link and to participate on this live stream? Hi, there's Miss Imesh here too. Yes, to participate in this live stream because later on during the presentation and during the materials, I'm going to have a short discussion with you where you can interact with me in the comment section. Okay, so what I do is let's turn down the music and we can start. Okay, so hi guys. I'm going to put it like this so you can see more of the slide. Okay, probably we can start already. All right. Everyone ready to start? You guys can hear me okay, right? Okay. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the optics of political cartoons. Probably by now you are wondering what is the optics means in this sense. So I'm going to later explain what do I mean by the optics. But first of all, this is what we will be talking about today. This is our menu today. And the first is a quick look at political cartoons. Also, we will see a little bit what is it for and why the use of cartoons. And second off, we're going to go further into what is the elements of political cartoons and what makes a political cartoon to be effective. And then the last, we're going to talk about the optics strategy, hence the name, the optics of political cartoons, because sometimes things are more than meets the eyes. Okay, let's start. First of all, for all of you who are not from Cikal Serpong, all of you from Cikal Satu, hi. I want to a little bit introduce myself. I am Miss Putih. I'm the English literature teacher for high school, well, also for middle school, but this year particularly, I'm only teaching for high school. So year 10, hello. Where's my year 10 Serpong? Hey. And yes, I teach in Sekolah Cikal Serpong. And I'm also an active member of Komunitas Guru Belajar. Probably you guys have heard about it, about Komunitas Guru Belajar. Hey. And also, all of you can follow me on Instagram at Miss Putih Almirsya. All right, going on next. First, let's go on to the first material, which is a quick look at political cartoons. Now, I know last week all of you guys have already watched this video. Have you? Who haven't watched this video? And who have? I'm sure all of you have watched the video, The Power and Danger of Political Cartoons. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys can just search it on YouTube, and I'm sure your teachers have posted already in Sekolahmu, and you guys can access it from there. Now, from that 5 minutes, it's only a short video, 5 minutes video. I had a discussion with my students, and I just want to sum up the answers that my students gave me. They said political cartoons is basically a comical drawing, sometimes with caption, and to express ideas and spark debate. Yes. And also, it could be a mockery of an event. And this is still debatable. Should we mock or shouldn't we? So, but it could be a mockery of an event. And it also can change people's perspective from political cartoon. And also, it's a powerful tool to make people think deeper, because just from the image, just from the cartoon, you can see that the meaning is way more and it's way deeper. All right. So first off, let's see a quick look into political cartoon. What is it really? So here it is. First of all, it's an interpretive drawing, sorry guys, that convey an idea about a current issue, event, or problem. Okay, probably you guys have already seen it, and then there's a lot of it everywhere. And also, it's a simple graphic depictions of a news story or event. Usually political cartoons, they always see the current issue. And then also, it's a portrayal of people's attitude about a problem or issue. Now, I know when I first brought this topic up with my year 10 students, they all love it. And they said, this is a very interesting, yet it's a very risky topic to talk about this. And I'm very excited to see how this unit develops and how this program develops. So moving on. Oh, guys, by the way, if you have any questions, if you are confused about anything about what I explain, or you want me to explain it again, just write it down in the comment section, and I'll try to cater everyone's needs in here, okay? All right, so moving on, these are the common characteristics of political cartoon. First of all, there's always wit, humor in it, and it's a little bit exaggerated, so there's always exaggeration in it. And also, the cartoon must have a foundation of truth in it, of course. It is based on current event after all, so there should be a foundation in truth in it. And also, the cartoon should have a moral purpose. So it's not just plainly you're mocking someone. It should have a moral purpose in it. Okay, moving on. So last week, I gave 2 examples to my students, and this is the example. I'm going to zoom in the screen. Yes, There you go. That's the example that, okay, you guys can see here. Now, I asked my students to analyze this, and this is what they answered me with. Okay, the message seems to be about climate change, but the result is years later when Antarctica became a 60 degrees continent. And then you can see that this political cartoon is about climate change. And then also another student answered it with this. The couple want to go somewhere warm. As you guys can see, okay, here you go. As you guys can see, this is a picture about a couple in a travel agent office, as you guys can see here, okay? And they want to go somewhere warm down south, and it's not too crowded. And then the travel agent said, how about Antarctica? Because it's a balmy 65 degrees. Now, you can see there's wit and humor in it because Antarctica, as we know, being the South Pole, it's supposed to be cold and not balmy. And this is a depiction, like I said earlier, it's a graphic depiction or it's a portrayal of how years from now Antarctica is getting warmer due to the climate change and global warming. Okay, so that's the first example. And this is the second example that I gave my students last week that they can analyze. Okay, from here, I want to see what you guys think. Just put it down in the comment section and we'll have a quick discussion. I want to see if everyone knows what is this about or what comes in your mind when you see this. Okay. All right, well, I'm just going to go along with here. My student answered it with this, as you guys can read. The business world is going down. Of course, it's because of the COVID-19. This whole thing is happening. And also another answered it with this, that how fear and panic is consuming us. As you guys can see, there's a carcass in it. And then there's also symbolism. One of my students said it's symbolism. The fear and panic are represented as vultures who scavenge carcasses. And, you know, this picture is representing the economy. Let's see it one more time, the graphic, the cartoon. Okay. And this is exactly it. It's a portrayal and moral purpose because it symbolizes human that is consumed with panic and fear. And Wall Street also, yes. Very good, Gifari. Thank you. Thanks for participating. And also, as you can see, there's a Wall Street sign there, and Wall Street is a symbol of economy, as we know, and it's heavily affected by the COVID-19. Okay, so moving on. And the second one is the elements of political cartoon. Hi, I'm back. All right, now I know that these elements is always there in a political cartoons. Okay, first is symbolism. Now, symbolism, usually cartoonists use simple objects or symbols to stand for larger ideas or larger concepts. Okay, and also exaggeration. I'm sure you guys know what exaggeration means, or in Bahasa Indonesia, we always call it, you know, a little bit lebay. That's exaggerating something. Sometimes, you know, cartoonists, they overdo and they exaggerate because, you know, just to make a point out of it. And also it's satire. This is a very advanced humor and Sometimes it also linked with irony also. Yes, because irony is the difference between the way things are and the way things should be. That's why political cartoon is a very, very good way to portray irony, because it's supposed to be one thing, but the situation, the real situation, is another thing. And hence, political cartoon is made by cartoonists. Also, sometimes it's about labeling, or it's about judgment, or it's about assumptions. They bring it up in the political cartoon just so people will think about it, and then they will think, okay, this is also an issue, because sometimes we don't realize an issue is an issue. And also, it's analogy. Analogy is a comparison between two unlike things that share the same characteristics. Okay, I have a few examples here. Probably I'll put this in full screen so you guys can see better. There you go. What do you guys think? Is this more of symbolism, exaggeration, satire, irony, labeling, or analogy? You guys can see there, it's a picture of in the Capitol. It's supposed to be in Washington, but then it says the takeover of Wall Street continues. So it's about the economy and how one, yes, and it's about how one state is taking over another state in terms of economy. How about this? What do you think? You guys can see? Okay, exaggeration. Why is it exaggeration? As you guys can see there, there's a man trying to open trying to open a wrapper of a plastic cutter. But the irony there is the plastic cutter is wrapped in plastic. And it's so hard to open. Yes, exactly. This is irony. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for answering. How about this? What do you guys think about this? What do you think this reflects? This picture, what is it about? What is the cartoonist trying to say from this picture? As you can see, there's a clock there, and there's also a guy running, and it's, what is it? It's an analogy, okay? It can also be, you're trying to say, or it can also symbolizing that you're running out of time. That's pretty obvious, don't you think? Yes, we're running out of time. Very good. Talita, Nadira, Iza, thanks for answering. And also, how about this? You guys can see? There's 3 students there. One student is from China and is holding a math book. One student is from India, is holding a science book, and then the other student is from USA and is holding what I think is a phone, or while chewing bubblegum. Yes, very good, Ruben. It's labeling. Thank you, Aina, also. Yes. Look. Yay! Thank you for answering. It is labeling, because it's labeling the, as if the Chinese students is really, really good in math. Very good. It is because of the different race. There's also a stereotype in it, don't you think? Exactly. There's stereotype in it too, Kinan. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Now, let's do a little exercise again. When you see this picture, what do you think? I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint. You guys can see this. And you guys can focus your attention to this, also to this. All right. What do you think of it? Thank you so much, Ibu Rati. Hi, so glad that you joined. Okay, I want to see some answers about this. Yes, so I see that Gifari, the pig is oblivious to the disease. Let's see. This is Gifari's answer. The pig is oblivious to the disease because diseases can get carried by people unknowingly. That's a very good analysis because, as you guys can see, look, you can see from the expression also. I'm sure that Gifari got that oblivious from the expression. Is it true that you got it from the expression of the pig itself? Okay. Let's see other answers. Hi, Buina. Thanks for joining. Okay. Let's see others. Thank you, Gifari, for answering it very, very quickly. And thanks for your analysis. Okay. How about the others? What do you guys see? I'm sure all of you have your own analysis. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to give you a little hint here. Yes. As you guys can see, this is an image of a pig or a swine. Well, the common word is a swine. Well, the more formal word is swine. And as you guys can see, it's the origin of swine flu. You're late, it's okay. Just jump into the discussion, okay? Please be active. Thank you. So who else want to talk about what does this image means besides Gifari earlier? Here, I'm going to show again the comments, Gifari's comments. Thank you so much. Who have different opinion? Okay. And also here. Hi, Raka. Hello. Hi, so nice of you to join me here. Thank you so much. So back to here. Everyone but the pig realizes that the source is the pig. Thank you so much. Yes, and I'm sure that you got this impression from the expression of others, right? As you guys can see, look here. The one that is queuing behind the swine or the pig is, whoa, back up. Or I don't want to be near this pig or swine or whatsoever. All right, thank you so much. I guess we should move on. Okay, so just to wrap up, that you guys have to remember when you see a political cartoon, you need to also think about symbolism, exaggeration, satire, irony, labeling, analogy. It's all in there, jam-packed into one image, and you guys can see it from different point of view. And it's up to you how to analyze it, but it's up to you how to analyze it, and it's different perspective, and that's the purpose of political cartoons. It should spark debate, it should ignite thinking, it should want people to, or it should encourage people to talk about it from different perspectives, respectfully. You still have to be respectful of each other. All right, moving on to the last part of this material, and that is the optics strategy. Okay, this is going to be a little bit handful, so please bear with me, guys. Of course, all of us, the teachers, will also give you the materials, but I need you to see this because the optics stands for different things in this. First is the O, is the overview. And as like what overview means is you conduct an overview or you float over the image. You see it from the first time and pow, what hits you the most or what catches you the most and what is the primary focus. And what hits you the most, it can be your primary focus. And that is very, very needed when you're trying to analyze a political cartoon. And the second one is the P. Not P for puti, P for parts. And the key on the parts is you see the little parts, you know, the little parts, the labels and the expressions, the one that it's not written there, the one between the lines, the one symbolizes from the image, you know, what is the interaction of the parts and the primary focus. Like what I said in the travel agent image earlier, there's a travel and they just said somewhere down south and warm. And the couple doesn't need to say, I want to travel somewhere, but you can already see it from the sign of the travel agent office. Okay, so that's O and P. And you have T, which is the title. Now, sometimes a political cartoon doesn't have a title, sometimes it does. Well, if it does have a title, great. Then you know what is it about. Pow, on your face. You know it exactly from the first get-go. But if there's no title, then, you know, what would you call it? You can also title it yourself. It's fine. And you can see it from the title that, okay, this is talking about this, but don't give away everything in the title, of course. Okay, moving on, it's the I or the infer or the interpret. Now, this is my favorite part. I always love inferring things and inferring stuff. I like to see what is there between the lines, and I always encourage my students to do this because sometimes something is really, really more than meets the eyes. Okay, so in infer, you can use the title as your theory and also the parts of the visuals as your clues and to detect and specify the interrelationships, or you can infer it or you can interpret it. And sometimes it's not in the picture, but it's implied. Like the climate change, for instance, it's implied that, hey, years from now, Antarctica is going to be warm, it's going to be balmy, we're not going to have any more a cold South Pole because global warming is real unless we do something about it. So it's implied there. So we covered the O, P, T, I, and next is C, or conclusions. Now, you draw a conclusion about the visual as a whole. So what is it all about? Can you summarize it in one sentence? Because you should summarize a political cartoon just in one sentence. You don't need to have it in one paragraph, but just in one sentence, but you can write a response to it longer. But the summary should be just in one sentence. And then the last one is the S, or the source. Now, this is a very, very important part, and I'm sure we do, and all the teachers do always teach this and always remind you of this. Be mindful of your sources. You have to see the authenticity of the sources. Is it biased? Is it from a political party, or is it from one specific perspective? You have to see the source. Now, usually, what I know, what I see, I can see in Indonesia, there's a lot of political cartoons, as you guys can see in the newspaper. There's a lot of it, and in America, well, there's a lot of. I know New Yorker cartoons make a lot of it, and you have to also see the cartoonist point of view. Where does it stand? So that's why the reason the cartoonists make this cartoon on the first place. So you guys have to see it from different perspective and check the source also. Whew, that's a handful. Okay. In short, these are the optics strategy. O for overview. You see it, you float over it. P is for parts. You see different little stuff, the labels, the details. T, the title. I, you infer it, you interpret it. C, the conclusions, what did you get from it? And also check S, the source. All right, any questions about this optics strategy? Any question, guys? Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone who just joined and everyone who's been here. Thank you so much. There's also Buyanti here. Hi, Buyanti. Okay, moving on. So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself when you analyze a political cartoon. And I believe these questions is very essential. So you always have to ask yourself this. So what issue is this political cartoon about? Is it about, the climate change? Is it about COVID-19? Is it about the government? Or what is the cartoonist's opinion on this issue? Because the one who made it, of course, had an opinion. Therefore, the cartoonist made this political cartoon. And what other opinion can you imagine another person having on this issue? Now, on this part, you need to think about the opposing side. What will they say in response to this political cartoon? So you need to also see the opposing side, the different perspective. And also next, did you find this cartoon persuasive? Why or why not? Do you think this is engaging? Do you think this is persuading people to change their mind? Do you think this is igniting debates or it can change people's perspective? Okay. And the last, what other techniques could the cartoonist have used to make this cartoon more persuasive? Sometimes a political cartoon doesn't have any written lines. Sometimes it's only one image, or this is where you put in your feedback. Or, okay, I think if the cartoonist is trying to tell this message, the cartoonist can add this element or this image or whatsoever. So these are the important questions that you need to ask while you analyze a political cartoon. Okay. Wow, that's a handful. Can I take a water break? All right. Moving on. This is getting to the last part. Bear with me, guys. It's already 33 minutes. I'm sorry. Bear with me. Okay. Are you guys still here? Hello. Shout out, please. Yes. Hey, thanks, Kinan. You're still here. How about the others? Hi, Setu students. Where are you? Chikao Setu students. Where you at, guys? Hello. Okay. So, are you guys ready for the last part of this material? Hello. Hi, everyone. I got Nadia. There's Talita, Regala, Raisa. Okay, a lot. Hi. And there's also my students from year 10. Hi, Kinan. Hi, Ruben. Hi, Hadef. Hi, Asfar. Hello. There's also Matthew Hartono 26. Hello. Okay, so let's practice. Now, this is a very current thing. Hello, Naila Aisha. This is a very current thing that I just came across, and I think this is a very, very interesting. It's very relevant. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put it in full screen so you guys can see better. All right, I want to know what you think. Analyze this New Yorker latest magazine cover using the optics strategy, or just shout out, what do you think the overview is? What do you see? What is your conclusion? There's no title, obviously, here. What would you name this? What would be your title if you made this? And what's the source? What's the part? What do you infer? What do you interpret? Let's see. I want to know what you guys think. Hello. Okay, to fill in the void, let me put on some music while I wait for your answers. Okay.
Wasn't the singer.
It's about the doctors and the people fighting COVID-19. Okay, I'm going to put your answer here. COVID-19 head on and how they miss their families. Good, they're putting themselves at risk for the sake of their loved ones. Yes, Kinan, I'm listening to that artist. Okay, great. Thank you, Talita. Thank you so much for your answer. How do you know that the healthcare specialists are missing their families? How do you know that? From what image, or how did you concluded that? Can you later explain and I'll highlight your answer in the comment? Now, what I really like about this image is I really like the picture of that phone with, you know, it's as if you're video calling or it's on FaceTiming the families at home. It's really heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. Okay, let's see. Here, I'm going to highlight this comment. They couldn't stay at home because they might bring the disease to their families. Oh, that's a good observation, Kinan. Thank you. Yeah, so they need to stay there. Okay. Yeah, a lot of healthcare specialists also are fearing that. Okay, let's see Gifari's answer. I feel like it's about how doctors and medics still miss their family. It's because of this that they are motivated to fight off coronavirus. Their family still their resolve. Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Yes, I know the image of them video calling their families. It's really, it's what it is out there, guys. It is the truth now. It's out there. The situation is like that. From the way that they see the phone, and that was sort of the main focus. Yes, thank you so much. You can also see how the setting was pretty busy. Yes, exactly. Here, as you guys can see, it's in the ER, I think. Thank you. Okay, let's see. I also have answer here. It's about how doctors are away from their family. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, don't forget to wash hands, wash hands, wash your hands. And the family photo on the phone is a dead giveaway. Okay. Wow, that's an irony. It's a dead giveaway. People who are on the front line of fighting COVID-19 and need to be separated from their families. I know, sad. Doctor love his or her family. Thank you. Also, Ruben, the struggle of doctors and medics during the pandemic. Thank you so much. So doctors missing their family, so they video call it. Hi, Raka. Hello. So nice of you to be here and attend this class. Yes, it is the highlight of it. And it's true. It's true. I agree with you. We take for granted. Never again we will take them for granted after this. How workers, doctors, and nurses sacrifice their family time. That's a very good word, sacrifice. They do sacrifice their family time. And they want to highlight it through these political cartoons. And this is the last answer that I'm going to share. It shows how healthcare workers take risks to be away from their families, to be on the front line. of this pandemic? And this is a great answer too. Very, very good. We also need to think about that just because they're trying to save the other families doesn't mean that they don't have family on their own. So family video call motivated them. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of your comments. It's a very, very good analysis. We will later on focus more on this. I think I'm running out of time. It's supposed to be only for 30 minutes and it's only 40 minutes, but I really, really thank you guys for being here for the full 40 minutes. I know sometimes it can be boring just listening to someone talk, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And this is the last message from me. Political cartoon is a powerful tool to ignite deeper thinking, just like what I had the image. As you guys can see, there are two stairs. I know you guys, all of you, my students who are so into this issue and into this topic, I know you guys will love this political cartoon. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And we can talk more in our class session because I know after this we'll have another session of all of us, all the year 10 in Cikal Setu and Cikal Serpong. We'll have another class session right after this. So thank you, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, if you want to follow me, it's at Miss Puti Almirsya. And I always want to say this. Don't forget to like and subscribe Sekolahmu. I can have my 40 minutes of a taste of being a YouTuber. So thank you so much. Let's before I go with the background music, and thank you so much. You guys can say all your goodbyes, but we'll talk right after this. And thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk more. And see you on the next live streaming. Yes, I did just say that, Hadef. All right, guys. Thank you. Bye. Thanks.